What's up, blockchain gang? MIR4 has been out for over a year with consistent updates now, and if you are returning to the game by starting over, picking up where you left off, or buying an NFT character, many of these changes can feel overwhelming to returning players. In this video, I'm going to attempt to cover every major update to the game so you can see exactly what has been added while you were away. This is going to be a huge content dump, so I won't be offended if you use the timestamps below. A quick personal note, I've not been uploading very many videos because I haven't had many helpful video ideas. Previously, I would make a video regardless of how helpful it was just to put out content every few days. Or I would withhold content that was too short until I had enough material to create a lengthy video. I stopped doing those things because it felt like I was wasting mine and everyone else's time. So let's get to work. I'll go over each patch in chronological order and provide the approximate date these changes occur, but I prefer to measure time by the total amount of bots banned instead of cycles of the moon or frequency of vibrating crystals. So we'll begin our tale back in the era of 12,000 BB, otherwise known as September 10th, 2021 to you filthy casuals. Previous to this update, all players from South America were mostly playing on North American servers, which caused them to have higher ping and lag. Once servers for the South American region were added, players had to start their adventure over on the new servers or continue on NA with suboptimal experience, causing a major rift in South American alliances since server migration was not available at this time. While adding new servers to popular regions is great for the players, they should have had some way to transfer their character's progress one time for free. The Wednesday Hidden Valley Capture event began, where clans fight over control of the 3 valleys to earn the rights to all of the taxes from the dark steel miners and distribute it to their members or sell it for gold. Later that month, around 104,000 BB, the controllers of the valleys were also allowed to murder anyone they would like without penalty. This diplomatic immunity provided to the conquerors would drive toxic behavior to all-time highs. The India region servers were added, and nearly all of the dark steel rewards were removed from the game and replaced with other resources. Early in October, around the time of 605,000 BB, Steam demanded all aspects related to cryptocurrency be removed from their version of the game, or else it would be removed from the platform. A new event was added every Thursday called Attack of the Night Wraith, where unique and boss monsters will spawn on the 4th floor of the valleys for 1 hour with a chance to spawn treasure chests upon defeat, and the Wailing Dead mine raid was included. Midway through October, in 1.3 million BB, clan challenges were added every Sunday, which consisted of up to 50 clan members taking on 5 boss battles in a row. It became easier to find raid parties since you can advertise party invites in chat, so now that shit is spammed more than Shadow Legends. It became harder to enter the valleys with Conquest Tower level requirements, which would be revised again down the road about 10 million BBs into the future. Spoiler alert, Mina servers were added in 2.7 MBB, and the Arbalest class would be added only 600,000 BBs later, on what you would call the first of what you refer to as November, and what you know as 2021. Savages. This also allowed players to change classes for the first time and introduced a new world boss, the Crimson Emperor Uwakan, that spawns once a week and is located in the Crimson Abaddon, directly below the 4th floor of Snake Valley. Wait, wouldn't that make that the 5th floor? The new Solitude training system is not just an excuse you give to your mother to justify why you spend so long in the damn bathroom. It's also a new level-gated system to boost your stats, if you're lucky. On the evening that the 5 millionth bot was banned, the Castle Siege was introduced, which allowed a monthly contest between alliances to choose a king and gain the taxes from the local market. This includes a week-long tailgating war drum and chest thumping kickoff event each time a castle is sieged. Zeotrope was added to earn rewards from watching ads each day, as well as a new equipment slot for mystic pieces. It became much more difficult to interrupt miners while in the act of mining, and your mining efficiency was reduced after multiple deaths in a short period of time, and further reduced if you are a criminal who murders the innocent or lays with the wife of the innocent while they're hard at work swinging that pickaxe all damn day just to put food on the table. Huh? There was also a sparring arena added to Beach and Castle as November came to an end in 5.7 million BB. The DRACO market opened to allow commerce between regions and servers for the very first time. In 6 million BB, or the Ides of December, a new area named Fantasia appeared appeared, as well as a new raid, boss raid, and clan expedition. The level cap was increased to 130 and the NFT marketplace to buy and sell characters was added right before Christmas, or 7.4 million BB to us pagans, as well as the ability to travel between servers using a Wayfarer pass, while purchasing an NFT character allowed you to load them in any server you choose. In the new year, a new evil swept through the continent of MIR4 in the form of the dreaded Trinity algorithm, which drastically increased the price of the DRACO coin by substantially increasing the amount of dark steel that was burned in the process of creating one. Also, in 8 MBB, the gold needed to purchase sealing boxes was doubled, and the chance of an item being account bound when crafting went from 50% to 85%. Clan sanctuaries were later added that gave bonus experience to members grinding in the area the sanctuary is located in, which can be attacked and destroyed by enemy players. Spectrumite, a new magic stone, was also added for players over level 85. That is about 50% stronger than a regular magic stone and are farmed from the Magic Square magic stone rooms. Players on PC were also given the ability to set their PK mode, target players, and dash to a hotkey. You also gain the ability to auto-extend your Magic Square and secret peak time without requiring you to use a new ticket every half hour. Characters could no longer be sealed if they had negative PK alignment. All of these changes came in the January 14th patch in 8.1 MBB. In the end of January, 2 new types of equipment were added in the form of a secondary weapon and earrings. Forsaken badges were added to the game as drops from bosses to allow you to summon bosses that drop the material to craft the new equipment. A new conquest of Hydra Tower was added to generate Septeria, which is used with Draco to refine the new Hydra coin, which could be used for staking. A new spirit was added and an area with bosses that can be summoned from an item crafted in Arcadia Spirit Village to increase the level of this tower. A captcha system was implemented to log into the game and needed re-verification daily for players under level 80. In February, the Demon Spider of Hell started spawning weekly as a server-wide 400-person world boss, and raids were given an auto-start feature. A short while later, in 8.2 million BB, Hydra became the official currency of the EXD, replacing Draco. In 9.5 million BB, Mirage opened as a new NFT storage minigame for passive-aggressive gains on your NFT holdings, and the local market listings would now expire in 14 days instead of only 3. In 10 MBB, another world boss was added that spawns in random servers every Tuesday. Previously, players could only remove negative PK status by killing monsters within 5 levels of their own, and that was expanded to a tolerance of 10 levels. In 11 MBB, all classes were buffed in either damage, healing, range, cooldown reduction, or some combination of those except for the Arbalest. In 11.5 MBB, the Hydra payment system was added to allow players to spend Hydra in the shop instead of their local currencies. The 7th floor was added to the Magic Square and Secret Peak, and a new daily event called Expeditions allowed players to travel to other servers to compete over bosses, loot, and resources. It was also announced that 7 abilities in the game were doing far more damage than intended due to a bug, 4 of which belonged to the Arbalest, 2 on the Sorcerer, and 1 on the Taoist, leading to relative nerfs. Sometime after 11.8 MBB, iOS demanded that all blockchain-related capabilities be suspended, which resulted in Apple versions of the game becoming like the Steam version. Apple users without an Android device are able to use the PC client to play, or LD Player to use the wallet if needed. In 12 MBB, the Sorcerer received a damage buff on 4 of her abilities, and the Taoist received 2 as well. The Altar of Darkness was also added to the valleys that can be attacked by players invading your server on an expedition for 1 hour a day. If destroyed, the Darksteel output of the valley is reduced by 20% for 3 days. In 12.5 MBB, the Sabuk area was added along with 2 new world bosses, a new raid boss, and clan expedition. 4 new summons were added for Magic Stone, Spirit Treasures, Codex Gear, and Mystic Pieces. Players with high enough Conquest Towers can now equip up to 8 different Mystic Pieces. Each day a ranking is given to players based upon their raid participation with Mystic Piece rewards. In 12.8 MBB, the ability to combine unidentified items was added with a higher chance to be upgraded to the next tier than their identified counterparts. The Demon Spider of Hell from 5 million bots ago had its health decreased by 30%, so it goes down much quicker. Wearable equipment and mounts were added to MIR4 that were obtained through Mirage boss raids. In 13 MBB, a new world boss and spirit was added, as well as the ability to summon legendary spirits once out of every 100,000 tries with no pity system. New members are no longer able to use the clan shop until they're promoted to full members by by leadership. In 13.2 MBB, a new raid and clan challenge were added. In 13.4 MBB, the Friday night heist was added where the players can attack the beach and castle vaults for 1 hour. A new spirit was added, expedition missions for great rewards, and wayfarer travel cost was reduced when changing regions and continents. If players are of bad or worse PK alignment, they can no longer access the hidden valleys. Every Saturday, Dragonians can now pay a visit to the Lucky Golden Goblin shop, where they can toss some gold onto the ground, and when he bends over to pick it up, give that shimmering golden sack of his a flick and see if anything useful pops out. Fast forward to 13.6 MBB, and the Darksteel generation in the beach and valley has been cut by 50%, Snake Pit by 20%, and Red Moon Valley was increased by 70%. Level restrictions were put on each level of the valley starting at 30 all the way up to 95, and overall Darksteel gain from mining was reduced. This can be brought back up to respectable levels after leveling the Mine Conquest Tower. Players can now flex their collectibles to gain admirers because the game wasn't already enough like fucking high school apparently. A new Mystique system was added to train once players reach level 90 with an exorbitant cost and a chance to fail. At any time in any level labyrinth, the Dragon's World Rift event can be activated with the chance to spawn boss monsters dropping chests. Legendary dragon statues were added to be exchanged for legendary dragon parts, spirits, and ability tomes. In 13.7 MBB, the Altar of Darkness was reworked to be a weekly event instead of daily. Instead of the whole server versus invaders, it was the owners of the valley versus the rest of the server and any invaders. Destroying the altar reduces the tax rate on the valley for the owners and castle holders by half for 28 days. The 8th floor to the Magic Square and Secret Peak were added, as well as special expedition missions for these areas. A new boss raid and legendary spirit was added. Before, Mystic or Darkened stones for enhancement could only be registered if your clan owned a specific valley, but now either stone can be registered regardless of which valley is captured. Only 75,000 bots later, the server merge was announced, along with a server or two in each region exclusive for NFT characters. A new mystery and spirit were also added. Players can craft Divine Dragon's enhancement stones, which prevents an item from being destroyed when enhancing it. In 13.8 MBB, 5 dragon artifacts were added as additional equipment that can be crafted after completing new missions, which can also be enhanced and enchanted using a new currency called Dragonsteel. Septeria or Hydra can be traded to obtain Dragonsteel. Only 20,000 bots later, a new area has been added called the Tower of the Black Dragon in the Domination server that opens to everyone 3 times a day. You can only enter 1 time per day and use tickets to enter the tower for a limited time, similar to the Magic Square, as long as you're at least level 95. A new stat called Anti-Demon Power was added that does additional damage to the special monsters in the tower. Missions for the Domination server were added to help players craft these dragon artifacts. Like the Expedition server, you only have a limited amount of lives until you're kicked out of the area. New areas were added to the Sabuk region. Players can now purchase an item from the cash shop to invade other servers anonymously in assassin mode. In another 50,000 bots band, hell raids have been added for players level 90 and above. Hell raid passes are obtained by completing 10 daily tasks. The mechanics are much more difficult than a typical boss raid. 3 new spirits were added with the ability to level up duplicate legendary spirits with transcendence. A new forge system was added to enhance magic stones, spirit treasure, and mystic pieces. Upon failing, the item will be destroyed and treasure shards can be obtained to use to craft replacements. 10,000 bots later, a new mystery was added and clan tech was expanded since so many clans had them maxed out already. There are also new clan co-op missions once the path of cooperation tech is researched. Outlaws will now have a severe PvP damage penalty. All of the cash shop items that reward double gold and level accomplishments have been reset if they had been purchased before. In November, we saw the new clan challenge and clan expedition bosses. That takes us right up to the present day, where just under 14 million bots have been banned. Mirage boss raids are coming to an end, and I have a feeling a large portion of players that are waiting for MIR to come out will be coming back to MIR4 for one reason or another. I hope this video helps you find your place in this crazy fucked up world, and be sure to like and subscribe so we can do this again sometime.